very much. Councilwoman Neely.
I still have several questions, but Councilman DiCiccio had a question.
I just want to ask Mr. Spencer a couple.
Mr. Spencer, Councilman DiCiccio has the floor.
I just want to make sure I know and I'm hearing what you're saying, and correct me if I'm wrong at any point in this. One, efficiency doesn't necessarily mean bad quality. It means, generally it means we're providing better service at times when we're looking at efficient ways of doing it. The compressed work schedule, we ought to be taking a look at that. We ought to be taking a look at everything according to the department is what you're saying is what we need to be doing. And the third point is we ought to be listening to the police officers on the ground a little more in order to be able to hear exactly what they think and they see, just like listening to the soldiers in a battlefield, figure out the best way to handle things. Am I correct in those three?
Mr. Mayor, Council, you're correct.
And then let me ask you one last question. One of the things, and you heard today, and I didn't know you were in the audience, otherwise I would have asked you these questions had you come up. One of the questions that came up was dealing with the Prop 1 and 301. You heard how dire that's going to be by the end of this year, where you're actually going to be seeing cuts in your department. I mean, would you be supportive of an idea, and what I would like to do, just lay it out there so it doesn't put you on the spot either, but I would like to hold back that $32 million that we've got on employee restorations just to be able to solve it and come back with a universal solution. If we don't do that, we're going to be moving forward and we're never going to be able to go back and solve that. Or would you be okay with us doing that?
Mr. Mayor, Councilman DiCiccio, one of the most crucial elements in police work is integrity. Mm-hmm. You keep your word. And we have made a commitment with Citizens for Phoenix that was the viable option to solve and address this budget problem at the time. Okay. The city manager, Mr. Cavazos and Mr. Zucker understood that, and we think that is the most, it didn't have to be an either or, it can be an and both at this time, and that was crucial because we have the vulnerable people in our city that are relying upon city services at this time. I think this is a viable solution for the point. I think we do need to look to the future and pay attention because the future's coming, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And we better come up with a plan now, but for now this is a viable plan. I think Mr. Cavazos and his team have presented a reasonable budget that will really solve many problems that our city is experiencing right now.
Okay, thank you.